We back. Episode what?
5,
Cheers.
5.
Cheers.
And doing this shit. And ho! Bringing it back. Whole other level. Guess what it is? Rap and Rastlin.
You know what's up, baby?
Hey.
And ain't nothing better to start this shit off than the motherfucking aftermath from my boy Johnny. Let's cheers to this fool. Let's cheers to that.
Hey, if you out there taking a shot, if you ain't got one, then pour one. Because we doing this shit.
You know how we do it. Cheers.
Hey, cheers to you. Hopefully y'all out there living your best life, living your dreams, doing what you're supposed to do, and welcome again to Rap and Rap.
12 o'clock special, baby. Cheers. Speaking of aftermath, I love this intro. I love all this shit. Well, fuck, dude. What's really going on? John, one of the dopest rappers. Shit, this is a 1999 song, and I love 99
There's
shit.
certain things I want to bring out. Everybody watching, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and please make some comments. I want to hear, I want to see, I want to read all your comments. I want to respond to your comments.
Yeah.
I want to see what's going on with that. And, let's make this rap and wrestling family a real motherfucking thing. So let's do that.
You know.
And
You know
today
what it
we're
is.
starting off with a little special shit and a shout out to our homie John,
And that's how we
Johnny
do it.
Yates, man. He's
San Diego's own, man.
dope rapper and good friend that has always come out and always been one of the best lyricists in my opinion to go and actually link and make some stuff that make this whole little unity make happen.
Hey, cheers to John. Hope he watches it. He will be. And you know how it is.
I brought up some stuff about some music. What was it, last week?
Yeah.
We brought up some stuff about that, and that was that was real, and that was where we need to be. We need to work with each other. We need to make some stuff happen and make that collaboration a real thing within the city. Hopefully, other artists are doing that in their city and making that stuff happen too.
Portland rappers giving love to other ones, especially if you're good. Put that shit out, man. You know.
But even in your city, if you out there working on music, this is a rap and wrestling podcast, but man, go out and do that, man. Make sure that you working with other people, man. Reach out. There's other people that can be making beats.
Make sure you guys.
There's other people that's rapping. There's other people doing their thing, and when you go out and do your shows, and sometimes it makes you feel like I remember when I was doing that shit, felt like some kind of almost like what we doing, a talent show or something, and only other people's family and everybody
You're
leaves.
talking live.
Yeah. Then everybody takes off. Because they only came there to go see whoever's, their family, right? Because you saw, really though.
Portland need to show more love for its
Nah,
artists.
but when it comes to you starting off, you selling tickets to who your family is.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And they're buying tickets.
Well, your people. At least the
your
motherfuckers who
people,
know you.
You know what I mean? And then
And hopefully the people who listen to the shit you're doing.
But there's been some artists that I was like, man, if only they didn't take off so fast, I really liked that person's show. There were some cool artists that I would really love to work with, but never got the chance to even have that interaction or have that conversation with. So do that, man. Reach out to that.
Out of town rappers who want to come over here, man. Get to know the city, man.
Don't even have to be out of town. You know what's cool is there was this app. I remember my homie Ghost was on. Remember Ghost, man?
I know Ghost.
We had,
I love Ghost, man. Much love to Ghost.
Yeah, much love to Ghost inside, man. We had a little falling out, but much love, really though, much love to you, bro. I got some love for you, Ghost. You cool cat. Bro, yeah, and
fuck it.
And then but he was showing me this stuff, and he was like, man, I got this app. It's like all these people working from different parts of the world. That was just like, oh, I don't have a hook on this, or I got a hook, I need a verse on this, and it would be like dope shit. And
so what do you?
And
speaking of that, what do you think about being in the studio with someone as opposed to internet sending them a verse and making a song. I was always a firm believer of being in the studio with the cats, because when you're doing a song with somebody, you want to feel the same shit, if you're on the same level, you got to write with them. I mean, most of our shit we did, maybe 90% of it, we were in the studio writing, and then we figured out, we kind of worked together with each other, and then had a product, had a good thing. I'm a believer of that.
I agree with you. I think that, that.
And I'm old school, but, I still think
No,
it's
but I do think that it is kind of an old school way of doing music nowadays.
Yeah, but it sounds better.
Yeah, but you think Drake is in the studio with Lil Wayne? Or
maybe.
You think Jay-Z's in the studio with Eminem while he did his song? You know what I'm saying?
Maybe they were.
Fuck no, they weren't.
Well, comment on that. Well, if you're trying to do something, comment on that.
And actually, I'm gonna bring this up right now. Here's one thing that I feel on that, because I felt that when I was working on fucking Ones That Save the Game.
Great album, by the way.
Great album. Yeah, great album.
You know how we do it.
And like one of the things that I was fucking thinking is if only some people in the crew was going to, like, if they could get off work and record their shit at the house and then send it, like, it would have been a whole, we would have had, it would have been a whole other thing, like, and I think, J.R. Beat be the name.
Well, J-Dog would have been on it. We would have had a lot of different things. That would have worked.
And I'm not, man, don't do that.
Well, some people
have other schedules, man.
Yeah.
Like, there's life that goes involved with what you have going on. Some people got kids, some people got jobs, some people doing it. So it's hard to mix those schedules, even with friends.
Yeah.
Even just to go out and kick it.
I know. Hey, we're getting older, but hey, you gotta cherish the time you have. We talked about that too, man.
And that's another thing I was gonna bring up. Like, man, and I was trying to explain it to my kids. Hey, you're gonna go through life. There's gonna be a lot of hurt. There's gonna be a lot of pain. There's gonna be a lot of misunderstandings that's going on in your life.
Yeah.
But you gotta, be yourself and make sure that you're comfortable with your own self. And be a leader. Because next thing you know, that person that was walking with you in the hall is gonna be walking the other way in the hall, and they ain't even gonna say what's up to you. Like they ain't even know you. So, those are things that's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, speaking of people in hallways,
and it's just a continuing rotation.
It always is. It's like life. It's like college. It's like whatever you do. And you know what? Speaking of people giving props and real shit, my big question is, we have a school right in the middle of our city of Portland State University. We got a football team, we got basketball, and everybody speaks why is there people from Portland? You're not from Corvallis. This is something I need to say. You're not from Corvallis. You're not from fucking Eugene. Unless you got family there and shit, you shouldn't be rooting for them motherfucking out of town teams. Unless you went there. We have a team right here, Portland State, in the middle of our fucking city, and no one acknowledges it. I don't understand. A D1 football squad. It's not like Portland State loses all the time and no one follows it. Shelly Sell would say it. Oregon State loses all the time too. It's not about that. It's about support. It's about support.
It's about support.
You can be a Philadelphia 70 fucking Sixers fan, but you're born in Portland? It's kind of fucked up. You got a Portland Trailblazers. Support them. We got a Portland State University football team that people don't support. And yes, I'm not being a homer because I played there, but what I'm doing is support your fucking school in the city you live in. And I'm done.
And we definitely support our state. You know what I'm saying? We got the Oregon Ducks, we got the Oregon Beavers, but we got Portland State. Now we got other teams and that's where Portland don't have a football team. So what do? We resort to fucking we either got Seattle or the Bay.
And that's not
So we got Oakland Raiders, San Francisco 49ers, man.
Los Angeles Rams. And Seahawks. That's what we have. That's why I was a Seahawks fan. That's Northwest, not Cali.
But we ain't up here representing the Clippers or some shit. You know what I mean? We represent Portland.
Yeah, well.
Trailblazers.
I mean, I can see if there's...
Even when we losing.
I can see if you like a football team and there's no football team. You root for the one you see. But we have a football team. a D1 football team, Portland State, that plays in Portland. Like, get the fuck out of here. Fuck the Ducks and fuck the Beavers.
Here's one thing I'm gonna put out there. And, you know, because I was a little passionate about some of the things I said.
Really?
But, really, though, is we got, what? The fucking Portland Trailblazers, which I don't know about what anybody else heard, but what I've heard within the NBA, Portland has some of the best fans and fill up the stadium more than anybody else in the NBA.
That's all we got.
No, but I'm being serious.
I get it.
Is that am I lying?
Nope, you're talking professional ball. And people watch professional ball. You get it?
Then you got the fucking Timbers soccer team.
I'm not a big soccer guy.
I am not a big soccer fan, but they rock the fuck. Now I say they because I don't really watch soccer, but Portland rocked the fuck out of the Portland Timbers.
And you know, you know what? A lot of people like. I'm a football guy, but a lot of people like soccer.
Yeah,
and soccer is soccer, man. Hell, I played soccer for the first 7 years of my life.
But all I'm saying is
until football started.
If Portland State University was more in the media, there would be more people watching the game.
You're talking about like the Beavers and the Ducks.
Yeah, because I think.
Well, so why do you? I'm gonna ask you a real question. Why aren't they?
Because when I've talked to more people about it, right, and my same concept is they ain't putting asses in the seat. Nobody's watching them.
Why?
But why? Why?
We have a fucking team right in the middle.
Also, too, is I don't know when the fucking game is. I'm gonna be honest with you. That shit ain't, you know, it's not on social media. It's not on, you know, whatever. Like I could probably tell you when the Oregon State game is on, when the Beavers are playing, but I couldn't tell you when Portland State University is playing.
That's kind of sad. Because it ain't publicized, man.
So,
you know what?
Okay. So
I'm actually gonna change the subject on this shit.
No, actually, I want to ask you real quick, just real quick before you change the subject. Who's the coach? Do you know who the coach is right now?
No.
Do you know who the coach was when you left?
Yeah. Well, I know when I was playing, it was Tim Walsh and Jerry Glanville, the old coach of the Falcons. Cheers to Jerry Glanville. I love Jerry Glanville. He took Deion Sanders and Rida. He was a coach of them. So I got a little taste of Glanville there. But last year I played. It's pretty cool, man.
Hey, but you know, I can name some people that came out of Oregon State. You know, fuck, Ocho Cinco came out of Oregon State.
A lot of people did.
Danny Ainge came out of Oregon State.
Danny Ainge. Y'all love Danny Ainge.
You know,
two-way player before Bo.
But you know, there's a lot of people that came out of the Northwest, the whole West. I mean, the whole West, but the Northwest is what we, you know, what I'm doing.
You know,
but
we talked a lot about the Northwest.
You know who else came out of Northwest? Roddy Piper.
Did you just say Roddy Piper? One of the pioneers of wrestling to start that.
Hey, where's his gym at? Because I remember driving by when I was a kid with my dad and shit, and we go to music, man. We go to this music store. It was like a secondhand music store. I can't remember what it was called, but they had like movies and just CDs and whatever. And I remember dude's name was Vern, but we would pass by that shit.
Probably Vern Gagne or something.
Oh. Man,
I live right across the street from Roddy Piper's pit stop for a while. You understand that? Like his fucking.
No, I don't. That's what I'm asking.
Well,
where was that at?
157th Division. He worked on cars, and in the back that had wrestling. It was a little before my time, though.
Close?
It was really close.
I thought it was further down.
It was right across the fucking street. So across the street in the Mount Hood Community College, like in 2099, I lost my binder in their parking lot.
Right across from
Montego's, Little Minute Mart, all that shit. If you roll down 157th Division, you're gonna see it.
Oh, by the way, what other people around the world watching?
Props to Piper, by the way.
There's some cool, well, basically strip clubs. From what I've heard, what I've heard. Hey, if you come to Portland, definitely got to go to the strip club.
Just don't say Montego's, but it ain't called that no more.
It's not. It was the Spearmint Rhino.
The Peppermint Rhino.
I don't think it's even open now. I think it's closed.
Yeah,
like completely.
Man, they shut that shit down when people started getting smoked.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. Shit got real. I mean,
shit get a little wild in Portland.
Shit does get wild in Portland, man, and you know people need to like keep their head on a swivel out here. I'm not playing.
Especially right now. Like,
Right now, for some reason. Well, I know why. It's just crazy, man. Everything's going up. People gotta, I don't know, do their thing for money. It's kind of the truth.
I don't think it's that.
I think it is a lot of that. People don't have no money to live no more. And why do you think motherfuckers are on a motherfucking bridge over there living in a tent?
Well, it's just like I said, it was like Mad Max, you know, like.
Well,
everybody's on edge.
It ain't like everybody wanna be like that. It's because it's a problem.
It's just the way it is.
It's just the way it is.
Nah,
anyways,
but check this out.
It is the way.
I'm going down. What was it? Fucking like going down to Foster. It was 92nd, right? Cruising down 92nd.
Felony
Foster.
Flats.
Guys, cruising down 92nd in Foster, and I got my daughter with me. And this is like the beginning of all the pandemic and everything. Like when it's like home. Like,
why you cruising over 42nd and Foster? It's curious.
Because I wanted to take my daughter down to I can't remember. I don't know. I want to take my daughter to go do something. I can't remember. Oh no, we were going to Clacton.
No.
And I was cruising down 92nd.
92nd. You went the back way.
Yeah.
Could have took 82nd. You just took the other way. He must have had a dirty license. He won't admit it, but he won't not admit it.
But there was a point. There was a point where I was like,
what?
Hey,
Yeah, because there's tweakers and bullshit all
but
over
everything
that.
was so close. Turns into one lane. All it is, you know, whatever, bunch of fucking, and then whatever. Hey, Portland is known for its homeless shit. Yeah, whatever. That's what it is. And people with nothing to lose. That's what scares the fuck out of me, man.
And
people with nothing to lose. Like I remember when I had nothing to lose, and now it's the scariest part of me that I've ever fucking met. You know
who a couple players in the NBA who never had nothing to lose? Charles Barkley didn't have nothing to lose. Coming out of Auburn, wasn't even really recruited to a college. He had like 2 schools that wanted him.
Man.
Goes to Auburn, and all of a sudden Barkley turns into this monster. Let's talk about Barkley right now.
Barkley did everything.
Charles
correct.
Barkley. People want to talk about him now. Oh, Barkley talks shit. No. Barkley got the backup to talk shit.
You know what I love about Barkley?
He never got a ring, but who gives a fuck?
No, but he didn't ring chase though either.
No, he didn't.
You know what he did?
He balled out.
He tried to come to Portland. Instead of getting signed to the
I would love to get man.
He tried to get signed. He actually flew up here and tried to get signed. He said he gained like 30
Well, you know
pounds.
what? We didn't get Durant, and we didn't get Barkley. Imagine if we would have gotten Rodman when he was on that thing.
Rodman on the Blazers?
Because that would have given us the nuts we needed in the 90s.
Whatever.
You get it? You get it?
Are you kidding me?
If Rodman would have been on our team, I mean, I'm not a big Rasheed Wallace. Oh, I forgot you were even wearing that. You were going power forwards tonight, and that's what you picked? Why not? When you average 20 fucking rebounds a game, you can be whoever you want.
Man, fuck what anybody says. Dennis Rodman is one of the biggest fucking G's of NBA. Like in his position. Like, dude, is not scared to fuck you up. Will go up against Karl Malone. Will go up against Bam Beer if he wants to.
Well, Lambeer was his teammate for many years.
I called him Bam Beer. Lambeer.
Bam Beer was, hey, everybody knows Lambeer.
Bam Beer, bro.
Bam Big Old Beer. No, man, Rodman was
I'm just making up names.
No, but Rodman was a G. I give him pride. He lived a crazy life, but guess what? He joined the fucking NWO for life. And you know what, Lambeer? I mean, you know what Rodman did?
But when you're in the NWO, guess what it is?
For life. And then Rodman knew it. That's why he showed up on Nitro before he went to the NBA Finals. And then he
won a ring.
Basically, broke a record rebounding and won a ring. And Jordan could just shut the fuck up.
And then what did he do? Probably more than any president that we've had in the last fucking I don't know.
Oh, you're talking about when he went to China, North Korea?
He went to Korea. Man, hey, you know why he got away with that? Yeah, dude, right? This motherfucker went. He's an American. They hate Americans, and he got in there and talked. You know why? Because Kim Jong-il
loved basketball, and he loved Dennis Rodman.
I think Kim Jong-un killed his brother Kim Jong-il.
They all killed each other, and there's some weird shit going on, but he loved Rodman.
But you know, we ain't politics. We
keep politics out of this shit, man. Like Mike Tyson, he's like, there's no room for politics. You know, I'll just knock you out. You know, it only gets funny until someone gets punched in the jaw. And all of a sudden, ball rock.
Yeah.
And Mike Tyson. And I want to talk about my idol for a while because I was in boxing camp for approximately like 2 years when I was like 10 to 12 at Summers. I love Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, I have top 5 favorite boxers. We never actually really got into boxing.
Like, really though? Like, can you? Like,
Mike Tyson was my guy.
Comment really down there if Mike Tyson wasn't an idol of yours growing up. Like, name a different one that wasn't.
It was almost a weird, like, you know, Tyson. Name people who were just idols. Tyson, Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, Ultimate Warrior, Hogan. I'm being real. Like, name them.
Name a Mike you weren't a fan of.
Mike. I'm not a fan of Larry Mike. Hey, never trust a guy with 2 first names.
And never trust nobody that be smiling too much.
Never trust a man with 2 first names.
And don't trust nobody that smiles too much, because obviously they ready to snap. They're ready to snap on
They're
something.
too sugarlicious, man.
They pushed some shit. Damn.
Jesus Christ. Well, they're the ones. They're the ones not getting ahead and talking about it. So that's kind of what's really going on. And I will say that. But by the way, I'm really disappointed in life right now because I mean, this is up to Canelo Alvarez.
That's okay, cool. I'm glad we both.
We're talking about boxing. Yeah. We're up to date. So basically, I was almost embarrassed for Canelo Alvarez. I mean, not Canelo Alvarez, but for Triple G, Gennady Golovkin, because when a boxer's known for just boom, wow, you know, doing the shit and just throwing and throwing, and then he acts scared to throw.
See, you keep saying that. I don't think he was scared, bro.
If you go away from your game plan and what you've done all your career, I wish Gerald was here right now, dude. Gennady Golovkin was not the Gennady Golovkin of. I'll put Shelly Cell versus fucking Gennady Golovkin. He might not want to get hit by an overhand. I was really pissed about that.
I put Shelly Cell against Bob Sapp.
Shelly Cell was a fucking
on his.
I'm glad we're talking about Shelly Cell right now. Speaking of people who like changed his life and started working out and got rocked.
Yeah, got rocked out. Yeah.
Shelly Cell, I met Shelly Cell. Oh, we talked about that.
Hey,
let's not talk about that again because you should have been there.
Tell me. Oh yeah, we should have. That was.
We're not going back there. We're not going there again. But yeah,
that was on the first.
It was. You can always check back and feel why you didn't make it. Why you didn't make it.
But hey, you should tell the story how you met Black C, though, from RBL Pop.
It was me, Little Blocks, and my homeboy J Dog, man.
Little Blocks is Bahati, by the way.
Rest in peace.
That we representing the.
And long story short, we're going to RBL Posse, man, and they had the name misspelled. They said Black E RBL. We're like, what the fuck? I told the motherfuckers like a week before the show because I was super fucking my 10th favorite rapper. And then they changed it, and we went there, and there were like fucking 50 people there, or 20 people there. My idol, Black C from the RBL Posse. Pete for your ass. If you call my phone and listen to my messages, oh, nice. Fumble. What are you, Matthew Stafford? Hey, remember that fuck up I made?
Trying to tell a story, man. I was trying to fucking the story, man.
Well, we fumbled. So
anyway,
the story goes, we watched this fucking concert, and it was almost like me and Cool Nuts and J-Dog and Little Blocks had like a personal concert. People didn't know who the fuck he was. Bay Area. He did Bluebird on My Shoulder, Can I Kill It? He did More to Every Number on his pager. He did Bounce to This, the song on my answering machine, which everybody's heard a million times. And we had Bloody Marys.
Yeah, but how'd you meet him for?
Shit, man. I walked up to the dude. I want to be real with it, man. We were fucked up. And I was like, oh, you weren't there. And I saw Black C, man. I was like, what's up? I was fucked up. I grabbed him, kind of lost a little balance, Black C kind of had to hold me up a little bit. He's like, oh, hey. He's like, hey. I'm like, hey, man. I was like, hey, man. I love you, man. You one of my dudes. Cool nuts right there, my boy. And I'm like, hey. And his boy was there, kind of like, oh, man, who's this dude?
Oh, yeah.
But I was like,
ready to...
Lee was ready to mix it up, but then I was very quick. I'm like, hey man, I looked up to you, man, as a kid in high school. This shit is dope as fuck. And this is before the show. And then Black C was just like, oh, all right, it's all great. I go, I'm gonna get you a drink. You know, it's an honor to meet you. And you know, I got around the Bloody Marys, them ones over there at the 39th and Hawthorne Theater. You been there? Have you performed there? I performed there. They got the Bloody Mary glasses like this, pepperoni stick, celery, pickle, onion. It's like a motherfucking meal. And I was like, let's get doubles, man. Black C wasn't tripping after that. But I'm glad he caught me. Because my idol actually held me up. Well, I'm really, you know what? And I love Black C. And I talk to him back and forth on Facebook. I always say come back and forth.
Isn't it crazy how without him there, he still holds you up? You know what I'm saying? And then you meet him and he holds you up in person.
Yeah. I got his back on the sign, and the karma came back, and he held me up from basically. He had to be kind of strong. Because I was in my football days and almost fell on him.
Bro, have you seen Black C?
He's a big dude. I love Black dude. Hey, to RBL Posse. If you don't know who RBL Posse is,
he built like Barry Sanders, bro.
Please Google RBL Posse. There's only one. It was a sad story about RBL is Black C and Selsky, if he really even down together. I don't even know the story, but they all got smoked. They all got killed. And it wasn't like just bullshit that their group broke up because of murder. And that's kind of what happens in Portland. I don't want to bring it up again, but RBL Posse never broke up like the Beatles. Never broke up like every fucking group that was supposed to be cool, like the Temptations. The reason they were done is because the people died. Yeah. That's sad. Hey, you know, everybody thinks San Francisco is the safest place in the world. Not in the turf wars, not in the real shit. That shit got real.
I wouldn't really say it's people think it's the safest place.
Well, there's cities. You know how you go to a big city and there's places you can go and places you not.
Look at Hunter's Point, I don't know.
That's where Black Seed is from. And I'm glad you mentioned that. Hunter's Point. I've been there. I've rolled through there.
I have not.
Hey, have you ever been to San Francisco?
No, I have not.
You need to. Another bucket list thing you need to do. Travel.
I've really been a whole lot of places. Like I can really say that, you know, that's why we bring up traveling on the you know, stuff, because that's, you know, a lot of bucket list stuff that I want to do. But, you know, it is what it is. And
San Francisco is cool.
I'm surprised Rida got up and tried to go do some other things.
Oh, you mean the break we always do? Are you giving me a clue to like
no,
flip it? Hey, you know, we might as well flip it off. Why don't you go grab the goddamn bottle and just dunk a Shane? I don't think we need it. I mean, these drinks are strong. Like I said before, the Calvin Candies put in a punch. You know, it's really like,
we taught y'all how to make them basically. Whatever alcohol really you want to fucking put.
And, well, it's always usually rum, but you just make a decision of what.
Appleton rum is the main thing, and sweet tea. Riding for my phone.
Brother Lynn.
One of the greatest actors, I think underrated actors, really, to be fucking totally honest. One of the greatest. What the fuck is his name, bro?
Actors who? In that era?
It's the dude who played the fucking,
what movie? What
Hustle and Flow.
Oh, fucking Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard.
I love Terrence Howard.
Yeah.
Cheers to Terrence Howard for opening up the South.
Remember in Dead Presidents beat the fuck out of him on a pool game because he was trying to hustle him?
I forgot Terrence Howard was even in that movie. I was young, Terrence Howard. Looking like one of the Jacksons.
It was like
Tito Jackson.
It was a young Lorenz Tate. Lorenz Tate was fucking.
Hey, so you guys comment. What came out earlier? And this is not a dispute. Like, what came out earlier? Menace to Society or Dead Presidents? I think it was Menace. Menace came out in what, 93? 92?
I'm gonna say Menace. But it wasn't that long after that Dead Presidents came out.
Lorenz Tate gets 5 minutes of our fucking time because he's a great actor. And he played Frankie Lyman, one of my favorites, and I'm great. You know, I'm grateful for good people, and I'm grateful. And speaking of good people, I gotta mention her on my CD, Candy Harmon, the girl right there, there. And she is a great singer.
I gotta tell a quick story about Candy.
You tell it, man.
So I got a little studio in my house.
Summer of '94, baby.
And we recorded the album.
Yeah.
And so when she come over, you know, she just come up with a 12-pack of Bud Light.
Yeah, she did.
She maybe drank like 3 of them.
Yeah.
And was out.
She's ready to work.
No, but check this out. No, we had another girl, Gracie, and man, bless her motherfucking heart.
Bless her heart. I love you, Gracie. You watching?
She killed it, but was uncomfortable because we had other aspects in the studio at the time.
Mm.
You know, I felt, but really though,
I
think if it wasn't there, it still would have been the same thing for real. And then, so then we had this girl come in.
Yeah.
Sorry,
he's his favorite rapper, so he always gets like that.
Lynch is my motherfucker.
Number 1.
So anyway, so then my daughter though, like I always make sure that she's welcome in the studio.
Yeah, his daughter is cool. She don't do nothing. We don't give a fuck. We're not shy people, but people are.
She thought it was so tight to see a girl in the studio doing her thing. And she was in there singing her
cool,
shit
man.
and whatever.
That's kind of sad.
Whether it be good or whatever, you know, like, man, Candy murdered that shit.
Summer of '94. Hey, and that was one of the songs. Hey, you know what's great about that? She made the radio.
I was like,
she made the radio.
No, hold on. Let me finish my story.
Well, that's important.
She came in, murdered her, but maybe 40 minutes. At like the fucking most. Who the fuck do that? Like for never.
Kind of like.
No, this is a person that's never been in the studio.
She won her two. Hey, she won her 2 take this.
She came in.
Won her 2 take this.
So I was like, hey, y'all go kick it.
I knew she could sing.
Let me mix my shit.
I knew she could sing.
So I'm sitting there in my headphones, and I'm going through my shit. Hey, y'all go kick it, whatever. All right. I think I got it. And then by the time I go out to let her hear it, she was like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
And that was the last time I ever saw her. We go, well, I mixed it, got it all mastered, whatever. Then you said, hey, we gonna go meet her up at the bar she worked at. She was a bartender. This
Bradford. You know where Bradford is, man. Bradford is a spot.
This spot that we frequent. And,
kind of.
And then he called me up. Hey man, before you get here, and he called me from the bar.
Oh, it was Willie Will, man.
Hey, no, that was her celebration of life.
Oh, that sucks.
He called me from the. Hey man.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what's going on right now. But they are like, I'm trying to meet up with her because she said, oh, let's go and do like I got your first drink.
Yeah, man. Yo, y'all come on Wednesday and I got y'all. I'm gonna show off the song, play it, and it never happened. And I get to that bar, man, and all her friends are like, there's a bunch of her friends, girlfriends, they're all crying. And I walked up to her homegirl, I was like, what's going on? She's like, and she just started crying. She couldn't say nothing. She goes, Candy's in the hospital. And I'm like,
anyway, she ended up passing.
Well, look, if you're in the hospital and people are crying, it's not a good thing. And I got that vibe but then
he hit me up from the bar.
Yeah, but then after that, I talked to her friends. I went home, and then I get a call from my homeboy, and he's like, "Hey, dude, you know that girl who sang on your shit?" And this is like at 2 a.m. He's like, he got home from something. He goes, "Man, I just heard that she passed away from like MRSA or some flu or some shit."
She ended up, I don't know, whatever. She ended up passing away. And never got to hear her song that we fucking did, and I mixed, and I really was like, I wanted people to hear how she sounded. I wanted her to hear how she sounded on the track.
Like live.
To come from, just doing some shit and walked in like she was a seasoned fucking microphone, you know what I mean? Like
Candy put it down. I give props to that girl, man.
man.
Not like, hey, you know
that
what?
was so dope to me, like that she came in and just killed it like that and was like, all right, I'm out. For being the first on the mic, first time on the mic, and then go, oh yeah, no, I'm out.
Well, he was like, I'm out. She told me I'm out. I gotta go fucking buckle my kids,
Yeah,
her daughters and shit. And I was like, hey, Dandy, you do you? Hey, I go, you got enough, you know? And you were like, yeah, we got enough. You could work with that shit, and we worked with it. And lo and behold, I wish she was alive for it, but the song reached the radio. And my plaque up there, it's like 107.5 FM. Tandy got heard, and cheers to her.
Rest in peace to Tandy Horn.
And people heard her shit. And Summer of '94 was hot because of who? Because of her. And I loved her hook. She had a lot of soul in it. Not like she knew she was gonna go, but goddamn it, she put everything she had to into it. And Summer of '94.
That split moment.
Just did it.
Split moment.
Again, hang out with the people you love because you don't know. Tandy died at what? 34? 38. That's younger than that. Probably like, that was a while ago, man. Now, shit, 6 years ago.
Yeah. But whatever.
It sucks. It's called Gone Too Soon. You know? And, you know. Lynn said it right. It's like, welcome to your own death. You never know when you're gonna have it. You never know when it's coming, man. You know.
And that's
shit.
Speaking of death, Chris Jericho should have died tonight.
The Rastlin. Chris Jericho put it down versus Cesaro, Claudio Castagnoli. That was a hot match. Long story short, they fucked each other up. Jericho's 10 years, well no, he's about 7 years older than me and still can go. I mean, are you gonna hate on Jericho? No, you can't. I never even liked Jericho, but he's been around since I was in high school.
Yeah, and that's one thing I love about AEW. They got like so much of the old school people I grew up with, like Jake the Snake, Taz, Jericho, Edge. Like a lot of these cats, like should be out of the game, are still pushing.
As managers or as people who talk.
No,
or as
still
people
fucking you up in big championships.
Well, look at today. Look at today. Look at Billy Gunn, DX baby, suck it. He helped the Acclaim, Platinum Max Pastor, and my boy, you know, do that shit, and they deserve the title. The Acclaim.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck it, scissor me, daddy. Boom. And that's what it is, and you get it because now it was actually one night ago, and we're keeping up to date.
We are.
New tag team champ.
We're trying to keep y'all up to date too. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna charge with cheers y'all with another Jardine. And
we out this bitch?
And we out this bitch.
Hey, we out this bitch. Hey, let's roll the dice. Hey, you ready to push stop? You better be. I'm gonna throw these motherfuckers.
Throw it after you.
11. It's gonna be a good night.